everybody, Katie here. I am vlogging my book club Friday post today because I have the tendency to get really wordy whenever it's a book I really like or a series, and honestly, like, it would be like this much text on my blog if I actually said all my thoughts, because I would just start rambling, kind of like how I am now. So I am just going to talk to y'all about the book as opposed to writing about it. I read Charlaine Harris' Deadlocked. Some of y'all might know this as one of the Sookie Stackhouse books, aka the True Blood books, you know, with Mr. Eric in it. I know a lot of y'all are Team Eric. I think everybody and their mom's Team Eric. This guy, yeah, he's totally the background on my phone. Judge me, but I'm Team Bill. I just have him on background as my phone because I just got done watching Generation Kill, which is actually a book I'm reading now. It's all based on a true story, but I'm not talking about that book today. That'll probably be like next week or the week after. Any hoodle. As everybody knows, I'm Team Bill. Like, Team Bill to the very end, and we are getting to the very end of the Sookie Stackhouse series. The last Sookie Stackhouse book is going to come out in May 2013. Unless, you know, the Mayans were right, and then this was the last Sookie Stackhouse book. But you can definitely tell that it's winding down. A lot of storylines were tied up in this book. I'm warning you now, there is about to be spoilers, so if you don't want us to be spoiled, then stop watching now. And I suggest you go watch some funny YouTube clips or something. The fairy storyline. Praise the Lord, baby Jesus! That line is completely done, and it was shocking the way it ended because I did not see it coming. Basically, Claude's a bad guy. I told you, there's spoilers. Claude's a bad guy. He's the one that... Sorry, my kid's playing video games, Mother of the Year here. He is the one that basically caused Dermot to lose his memory. He has been trying to kill Niall, however you say his name, and he is just an all-around bad guy. Didn't see that one coming, but the line gets wrapped up. I really don't see why there'd be any fairies in the next book, which I know is something that the fans are going to be happy about. I don't know why she kept going with it. It doesn't really seem like Alan Ball or Charlaine Harris listen to what the fans think, because hello, Tara's still alive in the TV show. But yes, fairies, completely done. I was so happy about that. Claude also causes a dead woman to be left basically on Eric's doorstep after Sookie walks in on him feeding her, off of her. I don't like Eric after the last book, which, if you remember correctly, in the last book, I consider it physical abuse, but, you know, potato to some people whenever he fed off of her and he made it hurt on purpose. Like, okay, first off, why? Hello? And why would you stay with him? You got Bill here, Sookie, I'm gonna love you to the end, basically. Sookie is mine. And then you got Eric, who's all, you're yummy. Feel pain, lady. Like, I don't get it. I honestly think people are caught up on the looks of Alexander Skarsgård versus Stephen Moyer, and that gets, like, carried over into the books, but whatever. You know what? Anna Paquin chose Stephen Moyer, so there. Any hoodle. All that aside, she is still with Eric in this book. Their relationship is very tense. If you remember, Sookie has the clou de voir, however you say that. Well, she still has that. That was her grandmother's. She has gotten very upset because her grandmother has now left this in her care, and she feels like this is actually putting her in danger. Eric expects Sookie to use that in order to get out of marrying the Queen of Oklahoma. But at the very end, spoiler alert, yet again, Janelyn kills Sam at a big pack rally because she was working with Claude because she has all these jealousy issues with Sookie and Sam's, like, friendship, and she wants to overthrow Alcide as the pack master. So I guess chick figures 2 birds, 3 birds, 1 stone. And when she's trying to kill Alcide, she actually kills Sam that's standing next to her. And so Sookie uses the cooler to blah 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 to bring Sam back to life. So Sam's basically a zombie now. Well, I mean, like, okay, don't y'all go off thinking Sam's like an actual, like, brain zombie. he was brought back to life, but he's not like a vampire or anything. As far as we know, he's still Sam. The book basically ends there, with Eric just walking away, and Sookie didn't really seem to care. So I think that right there speaks volumes of the way the books are going to go. I had a conversation with one of my friends about this on my Facebook, and she thinks that Sookie is going to end up with Sam in the very end. And I'm starting to agree with her, but my heart will always want her to be with Bill. They just seem like the perfect match. I don't know. I love them together. So, oh, and Elvis comes back. Elvis, Bubba, whoever. He actually comes back for like 5 minutes in this book. We definitely need more of him. So, I definitely think the next book is going to wrap up the rest of the storylines. We're going to find out what happens with Eric in Oklahoma. If there's any repercussions of Sam coming back to life, because I'm sure there's going to be. And we're finally going to figure out who she chooses. Okay, I just thought of something. What is it with these women and not knowing which vampire to go with? We've got Sookie and Bill and Eric, and then we've got Elena from Vampire Diaries, who's like, oh, Damon, oh, Stefan. Personally, I'd pick Stefan, but that's me. Whatever. Potato, potato. I'm always in the minority on which, dude I'd pick. Anyway. So, those are my thoughts on the new Sookie Stackhouse book. Like I said, it was a good book. It was better than the last one, and you can definitely tell that the series is winding down. If you have any questions for me, just leave them down below in the comments. Let me know if y'all like me doing the vlogs or the book reviews this way. I find it's kind of just easier for me to talk about it as opposed to write about it, because I'm the type, whenever I finish a book, I'm like, I have to call a friend and talk about it, or immediately discuss it. And so I also think some of my sarcasm comes across a little better whenever I talk about it as opposed to y'all reading it and y'all are like, is this chick for real? Really? Okay. But yeah, I'm still Team Bill. That's not sarcasm. Bill all the way. Alright, you guys have a great Friday. Have an awesome weekend. And go read lots of good books. Bye.